So today we got a house call here in Lubbock, Texas from the Sucsy family. We're here at the location right now. Came here to introduce ourselves and to meet the family. I believe it's a husband and wife. We're about to get inside and meet them and see exactly what's going on and if they wish to share what parts of the home is being active. The wife called and reached out to us about activity that was going on in their home, in the kitchen, their bedroom.
Hello.
Hey, hello. My name is BJ.
Hi, BJ. I'm Alan.
All right, and we got a call from you guys with activity that's going on in your home. And so we're here to see if you wish to share what's going on in your house, probably the hot spots and what you're experiencing.
Yeah, come on in. I'd love to show you. So we've got a small house. We've been here for coming up on 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had a lot of activity that I've, for most of my life, have been a skeptic
Mm-hmm.
of paranormal or any ghosts or anything like
Yes.
that. And since we moved in, I've seen things and experienced things that I don't have any explanation for.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the living room here is one of the hotter rooms for that activity.
Mm-hmm.
Our lights will turn on and off. We have some like video game controllers.
Uh-huh.
There's been an incident where I was walking through, going towards our laundry room,
Mm-hmm.
and heard something. I turned around, and the controller had flown from that area over here into the middle of the room.
Oh, wow.
Just me in the house.
Yeah, yeah.
And definitely had not just like fallen off. It like slid across the floor. It
Like something just threw
moved
it out.
it, right.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was like, and to me, the timing of it was not a mistake. I had walked through, and it was like right as I had walked through,
Mm-hmm.
it was like a response to me, like being in the room, or like, I don't know.
Like
That-
if it didn't want you in the room or something.
I don't know. I'm not sure, but it was
Yeah.
like it knew that I was there, and
Okay.
it was making itself known to
Yeah,
me.
maybe
like,
getting your attention.
yeah, and I was like, it worked. We've had, we'll decorate for holidays, for Christmas and things.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife, she doesn't want to be on camera, but she's been decorating,
Mm-hmm.
and she's heard voices talking to her when she's like putting the lights on. Scared her so much that she like slid back.
Yeah.
It's just like clear as day, somebody talking to you like a foot away.
Yeah. So you're getting disembodied voices basically where you can actually hear someone talking that's not actually in the room.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. I mean, it's how do you want to say it? It's crazy that we say that, but it is what we do. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool when you actually capture disembodied voices. So I mean, it's just one way to prove like, okay, here, look, I'm here by myself and I'm hearing this other person talking with me. Like, where is that coming from?
Yes.
So
And we've
that's
had
definitely
enough. We've had
interesting.
enough contact. We can come into the kitchen, and this is one of the other real hot spots in the house. Especially at night, our bedroom's on the other end of the house, and we'll hear drawers opening and closing. We'll hear the doors closing. We'll hear like chopping, like
Like if they're doing something on
like
the-
they're chopping up
Oh, wow.
vegetables or something. It's like they're cooking. And so there's a lot of activity in here. One of the things that my wife and I have heard is there's a woman's voice singing from in here.
Singing.
A
Oh,
singing
wow.
voice. And so sometimes if my wife is like taking a bath, or if she's reading a book or something, or if I'm just laying down back in our bedroom, you can definitely hear a woman's
is-
voice
yeah.
singing. So the female voice has been in here and in the living room. Those are the two real spots that we've heard that. More often than not, it's when we're not in this part of the house that we hear the voice coming from the kitchen. The voice and other noises, but nothing like launching at us from the kitchen or anything like malevolent.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like it's almost like every day activity from somebody who's not here.
Oh, okay.
But you can hear them. It's like you could hear your mom and or your aunt
Like
in
if
here
they're actually in here.
making a meal or whatever, but they're not here. There's nobody here.
And how old is this house? Like, when was it built? Do you know?
This house was built in the early 50s.
Early 50s.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's an older house, and there have been several generations that have come through here. Different owners like changed hands.
And any like maybe documentation that you can think of something that might have happened that's maybe the energy that resides here right now?
Not that I could find. So we've looked back. They digitized all the records starting in 2000.
Okay.
And going back there was a home invasion that happened here, but nobody was injured or killed. But you can see there was a door frame that is splintered from that home invasion.
Okay.
But that wouldn't explain
what's going on.
What we're seeing here. So it was from earlier, and I couldn't find anything else related to this house or why spirits might be here. But we'll go in here first. This is just an extra bedroom that I converted to like a kind of guys hang out and video game
Kind of
room.
like a game room. Yeah.
And I've got a lot of controllers and knickknacks and things in here. This is a room that has had the most activity in the house. There was one time where I was in the other end of the house. I was doing laundry. My wife came in, and I like to joke around with her some. She came in, was walking down to our bedroom, and then she looked in here, and she saw this chair was rocking.
It's rocking.
And
Oh,
she
wow.
thought that I had been sitting in the chair and that I was hiding behind the door or was hiding behind the chair trying to scare her.
Yeah.
And so I heard her come in, and I didn't hear her talk to me, which is unusual. So I stopped working on the laundry stuff, and then I walked down the hall, and I saw her just standing in the doorway here, just looking into the room, not saying anything.
Yeah.
And I said, "Are you okay?" And she jerked around and was scared. And she said, "You're in there." And I was like, "No, I've been doing laundry for 20 minutes. I've been on the other end of the house."
Oh, wow.
And I had not been over here for quite a while. So for the chair to be moving, had no explanation for that.
Yeah, that's insane.
And then there's been a lot of things like the video game controller in the other room when it got launched.
And is that the only thing that y'all have experienced? I guess I would call it poltergeist activity, meaning like there's things that physically get thrown off.
No, so a lot of the things that are on the shelves up here, pretty much anything in this room, the games will move. They're on these shelves that are screwed in. They're solid.
No, you can see that.
They don't fall over, but this is one that has been launched, and I'm not talking about falling off. I'm talking about being launched.
Oh, wow.
Is this old Game Gear, but it's been launched off of here. And there have just been other things that get moved around, and it's not just the AC kicked on and the vent like knocked it over.
Yeah, I mean, you can feel the air. It's not to say like it's even that strong for it to fall off.
Yeah, there's just a lot of activity where it's like, okay, all right, like I said, they're just wanting to
Attention.
Yeah, we know that you're there. Like we get it. And then the weirdest thing that I've personally seen, I was walking from our bedroom down the hallway, and the door was open. I walked by, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw a man and a woman sitting in this room, dressed like 50s or 60s attire.
Oh, wow.
The man had a hat on.
And you mentioned 50s and 60s attire, and this was built back in the 50s.
Yes.
So yeah, that makes sense.
And that's why we hear from the woman spirit a lot. We don't hear from the man. The only time I've ever seen him was that. But we do see his shadow, and it's definitely his shadow. He comes in the hallway at night. We keep the door cracked so that our dog can go in and out the dog door. And you can see his shadow. Like it'll peer
Like peek
around the
out.
door. Yeah. And it's definitely a taller man. Like it's definitely a masculine presence.
Oh, wow.
But those have not been, like I said, it's not been malevolent. And then, the scarier stuff happens in here just because it's like late, it's night. And so we're asleep, middle of the night, and like there was one time where the hangers in here were they were
They're just
swinging
moving around.
They were
Wow.
swinging, and there's not a vent in here. The only vent is that way. It faces,
Yeah, and it's facing this way.
and so, these were, and it was like they were like swinging.
Like
I heard a
aggressive.
noise.
They're aggressively.
It's pitch black. I get my phone out, turn my light on, and I turn, like, I can see the hangers just swinging in there, and I was like, all right, well, I didn't want to sleep anyway. A few times we've been asleep and they pull on the
sheets.
on the covers. Yeah, they pull on it, and my wife, she'll be like, all right, like, we're really tired, like, we get it, but we're gonna go back to sleep. Like, okay, talk to us later or whatever. But
I know she mentioned too that y'all actually sometimes feel like if somebody sits down on the edge of the bed.
yeah, it's that pressure where you can feel the weight shift. Our dog definitely senses it. He'll sometimes he'll just stare, like we talked about the man in the hallway here. Sometimes at night he'll be between us, and then he'll be squeaking his toy or whatever, and he'll stop and he'll just stare at that doorway, and sometimes he'll do the little, like, just a little rumble.
Oh, wow.
He definitely senses it. And it's
yeah.
the same thing in the kitchen. Sometimes we'll go out there, we think he's just in there eating or whatever. We'll go out there and he's just sitting on the floor, just staring at a spot in the kitchen. It's like, okay, that's cool.
So he definitely senses the things in here too.
Yes.
Okay,
100%.
that's interesting though, because that would be one thing to look at when we actually come in and do the investigation. Because if they get a reaction out of the dog, then it's like something's there.
Yeah.
And that'll be a good spot to put like equipment and stuff like that. So that's interesting. That sounds like there's quite a bit going on. And any names maybe that y'all can think of, or
no, we haven't heard any names, or like the woman, we just assigned a name to her that sounded like an older fashioned name. We call her Agnes. And I don't remember what we call the man, but we don't, like we said, we don't hear from him. The singing, the talking, that's all been the woman that has like, actually the voice has come out. The man, it's just been his presence. Like, I've seen him one time, and then you see a shadow in the hallway, but it's more common to see the woman, like, or hear her. So yeah, that's just some of the stuff that we've experienced, and it's not a big house.
Yeah.
So it's just.
Well, it's definitely interesting. Again, we'll be more than glad to come in and set things up for you guys, and maybe get answers to what's going on, maybe even some names.
Yeah.
Especially if you get them repetitively, then that's basically letting you know that's who they are, like their name. So I'd be surprised if you do get an Agnes come through.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, other than that, yeah, we're definitely ready. And when the time's right, we'll get with you again, and we'll come out. We'll do a full-on investigation.
Okay.
So, sound good?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you, BJ.
No problem.